Hi guys, my name is Katie Slinker. I just wanted to take a minute and run you through basic setup of a spinning bike. With some of the changes that we had to make over the next couple weeks, months, we really wanted to make sure you had a really good overview of how to set up properly, since our instructors are going to have to maintain social distance to keep everyone safe. So the very first thing you want to do is stand next to your bike. So with standing next to your bike, very first thing you can do to check is just to see that the seat is about the level of your hip when your hip is at 90 degrees. So with that thigh parallel with the floor, this top of the seat should be lined up. So as you can see here, this seat is actually a little bit low for me. So what I want to do is come here to this back knob. We're going to loosen it by twisting counterclockwise. So once you've gotten that knob nice and loose, just give it a slight pull and it's going to allow you to release that pin. You always want to make sure we tighten these back down so that seat is nice and secure. So now as we come back and I bring my leg up to 90 degrees, we're a little more even there with the seat. Then the next thing we'll check is our fore and aft position of the seat. So this is how close we sit to the handlebars. This adjustment, instead of using this pin on the back, we're going to use this knob under the seat slide. So you'll loosen that, and after that, the seat will slide freely. A good place to start checking is to just place this right about in the middle, which is on a number 4. Next thing we want to double check is our seat height. Easiest way to do this is sitting on the bike. We pedal around to the bottom of the pedal stroke. You should be able to put your heel on that pedal and have your knee be fully extended. I'm going to end up being still really bent with my heel on that pedal. This way, as soon as I bring my toe to that pedal, I've got a nice 30-degree knee bend, which is telling us we've got full pedal stroke, full range of motion without locking out or being overly flexed and leaving a lot of strain on the knees. So the next thing, now that we know we've got a good seat height, is to double check that fore aft position. So here you're going to put your toes, you can put them in the cages or just kind of on the pedals. So from here, you want to bring the pedals parallel with the floor. Once they're parallel, you just want to look that your knee isn't going beyond your toes. Ideal world, we get out a plumb line, we check and make sure the knee is directly over the middle of the pedal. As long as you can see your toes, we're good to go here. Now handlebar height. Perfect bike setup would tell us that you're going to be even with your seat height. So seat height is here, handlebar height is here. On anyone's road bike, especially people who are taller, you're going to notice sometimes the seat is actually higher than the handlebars. In spinning, it's all about your comfort. If you prefer to sit up more, bring those handlebars up, and as you get comfortable, know that you can always progress them down, especially if you're looking to eventually take your riding to the road. We're just going to do the exact same thing we did with the seat. We loosened counterclockwise, pull the pin, adjust the handlebars to your preference, okay? I will tell you, if you're trying to do it from right behind, you're going to be pinching the handlebars, so it's actually easier if you can either do it from the side or from the front, whichever you find to be most comfortable. Handlebars shouldn't be wiggling around once that knob is nice and tight. So as you can see here, by bringing that up, my body is a lot more vertical. But if that's not comfortable to you, remember you can always take that lower. So once you've got your toes on the cages, we've checked at the heel. Now we want to put toes in. We know we're not having the knee go beyond the toe when those pedals are parallel. Just pedal around a couple times because there's a couple things I really want you to look out for. As we're pedaling around, you should keep a soft knee, but you should also be able to fully extend your knee. If you feel yourself reaching for those pedals, that seat's too high. And if you're pedaling around and your knee is never extending more than this, your seat's too low. So make small adjustments from here, and realize too, as you get comfortable on the bike, you may find that you kind of creep that seat up as you go, that you get more comfortable pedaling through a full pedal stroke. And then your torso length is also going to be something that we can adjust for here with the fore-aft sliding position of the handlebars. So if you feel really crunched in, we can always extend those out a little bit, but again, we always want to tighten back down. One of the things I encourage you to do is to take a picture on your phone so that you can remember what your bike setup is from class to class, especially until you remember those numbers. Now I do also want to kind of take a quick minute just to remind you guys of our positions that we'll be utilizing within class. If your hands are here inside this hoop, we're going to be looking at what we would call hand position 1. There's rarely any time that one of our instructors is going to tell you that you should be at 1. I just want you to know it's an option. Hand position 2 here opens up the lungs a little bit more, gives us a little bit more room, and it's just outside that hoop, but we're still on this straight part of the handlebar. Now hand position 3, we're all the way out at the end with those thumbs over the end. And when we're here, more often than not, we're going to be standing. So if that feels really extended when you're trying that position out seated, that's why. Now with that being said, all of these are something that the instructors will use within our classes, and they're just options just to kind of change the positioning. But remember, even when we're out at 3, we're not leaning on those handlebars. Those elbows are up. You're using your body to control you on that seat. So I hope this was helpful for getting yourself set up. If you're new to class, please take a minute and introduce yourself to the instructor, just so that they know that you're new to the class, this is something maybe you've never done before. And if you just needed a refresher on how to set up your bike or how to set up on a bike that's new to you, I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm Katie Slanker. I'm one of the trainers and group fitness and spin instructors here at Springfield Health and Fitness, and I hope you guys have a great day.